John McCain. He said that he thinks that the bill that the Republicans have put forward in the Senate is dead. Now that it's not going to have enough votes. And then Trump tweeted something out about how he's sure they won't leave without passing a health care bill. It seems pretty clear at this point that they're going to, and that we're not going to get a repeal. A few people, Rand Paul and Mike Lee and a couple other people, floated out the idea of just putting a bill up to just a repeal, and said we could just repeal Obamacare and then figure it out later. And there seems to not be any will to do that, shockingly. I was going to talk about this today on Kennedy, but we didn't get to it. Sorry, go ahead.
What's the issue? Summer break?
Yeah, more or less.
And no one's like, hey, maybe we shouldn't take summer break.
Well, no, Rob, that'd be crazy.
Hey, maybe if the job's not done and our jobs are as important as we go around campaigning that it is,
no.
We shouldn't just take vacation.
No, come on, man. Well, I'll say this. Well, it's quite funny. No, they don't miss a vacation there in Senate. Senate vacation is very important to them. But believe me, I'm not going to complain about. I wish they took vacation 365 days a year. Please take more vacation time. Get to vacation. They're doing more harm than good when they're in there. But it is, look, is it even? It's so easy at this point. I don't even know why I spend my energy trying to swat this stuff down. But if you want to just look at the Republicans, for how much they ran on repealing Obamacare, you see it. It's very obvious once they get in there. There is no real political will to repeal an entitlement program. There's just not. It's not the way it works. And look, when the Patriot Act expired, okay? The Patriot Act, which of course were this god-awful bill that the Republicans jammed through last time they had the executive branch and all of Congress. So the Patriot Act expired. Within hours, they were drafting what is now known as the USA Freedom Act. And they love, for as crazy as we are, they love to use our language. Like what? It goes, hey, yeah, that's really their position. They go, Dave, you're wrong about everything. Now, if we could adopt your language for every fucked up position we want to take, if we could just drape it in your language, it'll sound a lot better. So are you on board with, Operation Iraqi Freedom? Or,
neutrality, moderates.
But yeah, net neutrality.
Yeah.
They even call the income tax voluntary compliance. It's unbelievable. They have to couch it.
Bank elasticity. Who doesn't want that?
Of
I
course.
like elasticity. That sounds great.
Right.
Love rubber bands.
Yeah. That is what they like. Just, easy. We're going to ease monetary policy. But so the Patriot Act expires within hours. They're drafting up the legislation for the USA Freedom Act, which is essentially, the same thing. It's the replacement to the Patriot Act. 24 hours later, it's law. It's law, okay? The Republicans in Congress passed it through. It got to Obama's desk, and Obama signed it. Those people who are bitterly divided, who never want to work together. Remember, the Republicans and Obama. When it came down to something that the military-industrial complex wanted, they got it like that. In a day. In a day, it was signed into law. Why were these Republicans, okay? Let me ask you this. Why were Republicans, when they controlled the House and the Senate, why were they able, after the Patriot Act expired, to get another Patriot Act like that? Why? One simple answer. There was political will to do it. That's it. Why is there not a repeal of Obamacare? There's your answer. There's no political will to do it. They'd have it like that if they wanted it to. They've got the House, the Senate, and the presidency. They want to repeal this shit? It's repealed. You want a balanced budget? It's balanced. And by the way, all this fucking nonsense that they use, don't let them fucking trick you. We're like, well, I don't know if we have enough. Listen, Dave, we would love to balance a budget, but the Democrats would never go for that. And we've got 3 moderate Republicans, and we just can't get the numbers to balance a budget. Bullshit. Don't raise the debt ceiling. How about that? You have to vote to raise the debt ceiling, and watch, everybody. We're only a couple months away. The Republicans are going to do it. They're going to vote to give Trump a bigger debt ceiling. Here's all you need to know, right? Let's just cut all the excuses away from the Republicans. Remember every Republican who complained about Obama's spending? Okay, they were right to do that. Everyone has a right to do that. Obama spent like a drunken sailor. It was insane. And they'll make these points like, Obama spent more than every single president who came before him and blah, blah. And yes, he did. Obama spent more during Obama's administration. The federal government spent more than any government's ever spent in human history. It's insane. And guess what? We're going to spend more money next year. More. We got Republicans in every branch, and the spending is going to go up. So I think that tells you what you need to know. And it does say that, yeah, you know what? The libertarians like myself, who have kind of been sticking to this, Democrats and Republicans are both awful parties. I think we're looking better and better. Because if you recognize that the big problem of our time is the state getting out of control, then you say, okay, well, neither of these guys are doing anything.